Environment of a classroom, that is its thermal environment, air quality, lighting, and acoustic environment, have an intimate impact on the teaching and learning activities, as well as the performance and health of students. In this video, I'll be discussing some points that impact the classroom indoor climate, which is made of the indoor air quality and the thermal environment. And I'll also be mentioning about measures that can be used to improve the indoor climate. We spend most of our time indoors, breathing indoor air. The factors that affect indoor climate can have both indoor and outdoor origin, like the solar radiation, traffic patterns, paints and cleaning chemicals, mold, etc. Poor indoor climate quality harms our health, comfort, and our work and learning. There are literally thousands of different types of indoor air pollutants. Living out infectious pathogens, about 5 pollutants are considered to be of primary concern. There's formaldehyde from building fabric, particulate matter, specifically PM 2.5, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and this can have outdoor sources. Nitrogen dioxide and PM 2.5 can also be generated due to occupant activity indoors, like cooking, burning candles. Radon enters buildings from the ground. Improving indoor air quality can have three main parts to it. We want to control possible sources of pollutants and, where possible, use low emission materials. We want to ensure good ventilation, bring outdoor air in to remove the stale inside air and dilute pollutants that are indoors. And when needed, we supplement the ventilation with air cleaning, like using filters in the ventilation system or even standalone portable air cleaners in a room. Using this three-headed strategy to improve indoor climate can help us reduce indoor air pollutants, improve performance in teaching and learning, and can help prevent respiratory infections due to airborne pathogens. As opposed to this, in a poorly ventilated space, occupants can have a range of symptoms like headaches, fatigue, dizziness, difficulty concentrating. Poor ventilation can also lead to increased risk of infections and respiratory issues like asthma and COPD. We can use indoor climate monitors to keep track of different components of indoor thermal environment like temperature, humidity, particulate matter, CO2 levels. CO2 levels can be used as an indicator of how good ventilation is in a space. When you have CO2 levels consistently over 1000 parts per million, that suggests that some corrective actions may be quickly needed. Like you can see in this plot, this is for a bedroom. The CO2 levels get over 2000 parts per million during both nights that we're monitoring. And hence, the bedroom ventilation seems inadequate. This is the kind of insight you can obtain from indoor environmental monitoring. At its simplest, ventilation introduces outside air into a building and removes the stale air inside. It could be done in a very simple and practical manner, like opening doors or windows. This would be called natural ventilation. Or some buildings can have dedicated ventilation system using fans and heating and air cleaning and cooling. That would be called mechanical ventilation system. To improve ventilation and hence indoor air quality, we could be using simple measures like natural ventilation based on windows and doors. And this is particularly useful when the outdoor air quality is good. If the building has a mechanical ventilation system, then we need to make sure that the system is being maintained regularly, any replacements needed are being done, and it's being kept clean. Where possible, the filtration in the systems can also be upgraded, that is in the mechanical ventilation systems. If further required, we should also consider the use of portable air cleaners inside specific rooms, depending on the type of activity and how many occupants you have in a room. Meanwhile, we should also watch out that anything that burns a fuel, like a boiler that keeps your building warm, has its vents for the combustion gases functioning properly. In bathrooms, toilets, etc., make sure the exhaust fans are operating and operating for sufficient time to avoid moisture buildup. Some activities may require local exhaust, like say when you're cooking at home or when you're working in a chemistry lab. During poor outdoor air quality events like wildfire, smoke, there comes up a bigger challenge. This could also be true for buildings which are located closer to major roads when the traffic means that you have poor air quality around the year. We need to be careful about our outdoor air intake for ventilation under such situations. So on the intake side, we may need to use good quality filters to check particulate matters from the smoke or traffic pollution. At the same time, we need to make sure the building is as airtight as possible. So as opposed to using doors and windows for natural ventilation, now we need to close windows and doors. Even so, since some of the poor quality outdoor air can get in, we may need to use portable air cleaners inside rooms. So to summarize, here are a few tips regarding improving your indoor climate. Regularly clean the spaces so that you do not have a buildup of pollutants on surfaces like particulate matter or chemicals, which can later get into the air. Regularly monitor indoor air quality. Unfortunately, apart from air temperature, we are not very sensitive to the stuff in the air that we breathe. And we do not often realize anything is wrong till levels go beyond what would be healthy. So the monitors are a great help. Maintain and use appropriate ventilation systems, and where possible use natural ventilation because that's more energy efficient. Implement extra air cleaning measures using portable air cleaners, especially during poor outdoor air quality events. When needed and outdoor conditions permitting, we can move some events outdoors because outdoor provides a much faster dilution than you can get indoors. So in the work I am engaged in right now, we're trying to get a greater interest from everyday building occupants regarding the air that they are breathing. The steps we have in mind start off with simple introductions to what affects indoor air quality and some simple measures that can help improve air quality. Then we provide monitors for indoor environmental monitoring, and following a monitoring period, we take the time to look at the data together with the occupants. Then we try to spot any trends, indications as what might be going wrong, what kind of pollutants are mostly impacting the spaces. Then we can brainstorm together to understand what solutions could best work for the specific situation. In this video, as you might have seen, I mentioned some very conventional ideas employed for improving indoor air quality. But our hope is that by giving more information to occupants, they can help us come up with even more innovative and sustainable solutions for their buildings. Thank you so much, and keep following me for more such videos.